Listening test instructions. The listening test is about 50 minutes. There are 6 parts in listening test. You will have about 6 minutes to listen to each passage and answer the questions. The passage will be played once.
Hey, you look concerned. What's on your mind?
The final exam. I'm not fully prepared yet.
Well, don't worry too much. You still have 3 days.
Yeah, but 3 days will fly past in a wink.
Well, you still have time to cram things in your brain anyway.
Question 1. Why is the man looked worried?
You will hear a conversation in 3 sections. You will hear each section only once. After each section, you will hear 2 or 3 questions. You will hear the questions only once. Choose the best answer to each question.
Hey, I need to talk to you. We've run into a bit of an issue with the inventory.
What's the problem?
We're running low on truffle oil. It's a critical ingredient for the special tonight. Without it, the dish just won't be the same.
Oh, that's a big issue. It's peak dinner service and we can't afford to disappoint the customers. Do we have any backup stock?
No, we've used up the last of it earlier today, and the delivery won't come in until tomorrow. I've been thinking about alternatives, but I'm not sure if they'll be as effective.
What do you have in mind? We need something that will maintain the flavor profile, not just any substitute.
I was considering using infused olive oil. It's not the same, but it has some earthy notes that could work. We could also add a touch of white truffle salt to mimic the truffle oil's flavor, but it might be a bit more subtle.
That could be a solid backup, but let's make sure we test it first before serving it to customers. Can you work up a small batch with the substitutions and see how it tastes?
What does the chef's suggestion to use infused olive oil and white truffle salt imply? How does the chef's attitude toward the issue reflect his role in the kitchen? What does the dialogue reveal about the relationship between the chef and owner?
You will hear the second section of the conversation shortly.
Sure, I'll get on it now. Let's do a quick taste test with these adjustments and see if it's worth serving.
I trust your judgment, but remember, this isn't just about flavor. Presentation matters too. Make sure it looks as good as it tastes.
Absolutely. I'm already thinking about plating. We could add a few microgreens and a drizzle of infused oil to make it look appealing. It's all about the experience, right?
Right. If it tastes good and looks good, we can go ahead with it. But, chef, this needs to be quick. Table reservations are stacking up.
Understood. I'll get this prepared and bring you a sample in 10 minutes. Okay, I've put together a tasting plate. The olive oil, truffle salt, and some garnish are ready for your opinion.
Let's see. Takes a bite. That's actually not bad. The flavor is rich and the truffle undertone is still there. The garnish is a nice touch too.
Really? Great. I was worried it would be too different.
No, this could work. Let's go with it for the rest of the night. Just make sure the waitstaff knows it's a substitute in case any guests ask.
What is the primary concern of the owner in the discussion? Why does the chef suggest adding microgreens and infused oil? What can be inferred about the chef's attitude toward the adjustments?
You will hear the third section of the conversation shortly.
Service is going smoothly and no complaints so far. The customers seem to be enjoying the dish with the adjustment.
That's a relief. I was so concerned about how it would go over.
You did a great job adapting under pressure. It's moments like these that really show your expertise.
Thanks. It's not ideal, but it's a good reminder that flexibility and quick thinking are essential in this business.
Absolutely. This will be one of those stories we'll tell for a long time, how we saved the dinner service with a creative substitution.
It might even inspire me to come up with a new recipe with infused oil and white truffle salt for the future.
That sounds like a great idea. If you can master this, we might just have a new twist on an old favorite.
I'll start working on it soon. For now, I'm glad we managed to handle the crisis and keep the customers happy.
Me too. Great work tonight. Let's keep this momentum going.
What is most likely the adjustment mentioned in the conversation? What does the chef mean by not ideal?
You will hear a conversation followed by 5 questions. Listen to each question. You will hear the question only once. Choose the best answer to each question.
Hi there. Welcome to Chic Threads. How can I help you today?
Hi, Mia. Thanks. I'm looking for something smart yet comfortable for a dinner with friends tonight. It needs to be casual but a little dressy, you know?
Absolutely. I get it. We have some great options for that. Are you thinking more of a dress or something like a nice top and pants?
Good question. I'm not sure. I've been leaning towards a dress, but I'm open to suggestions.
Got it. Let's start with dresses. How about this one? It's a wrap dress with a subtle floral pattern. The fabric is lightweight, perfect for a dinner out.
It's cute, but I think I'm looking for something with a bit more structure, maybe a darker color.
Sure, I have just the thing. This navy blue shift dress has a structured fit and a slight sheen. It's elegant yet comfortable, and you can pair it with some strappy heels or ankle boots.
Oh, I like that a lot. Do you think I should add a belt to accentuate the waist, or would that be too much?
A belt could definitely work if you're going for a more defined silhouette. We have a thin gold-toned belt that pairs really well with this dress. It'll add a touch of shine without being overwhelming.
That sounds perfect. Can you show me some accessories, like earrings or a bracelet to match?
Absolutely. Since the dress has a subtle sheen, I'd suggest going with simple gold or silver earrings. These small hoops here would complement the dress nicely. For a bracelet, this delicate chain one could be a great choice. It's understated but adds a bit of elegance.
I love that idea. I think this is exactly what I needed. Thank you, Mia.
You're very welcome, Alex. You're going to look amazing tonight. Let me know if you need any further help.
Will do. Thanks again.
Why does Mia suggest the navy blue shift dress? What does Mia suggest to complement the dress without being too flashy? What can be inferred about Alex's fashion preferences? Which of the following statements best describes Mia's approach to helping Alex? What can be inferred about the setting of the conversation?
You will hear a conversation followed by 6 questions. Listen to each question. You will hear the question only once. Choose the best answer to each question.
Hi, Mr. Reynolds. Thanks for taking my call. I wanted to discuss a few issues I've been having with the apartment.
Of course, Jamie. What's going on?
Well, there are a couple of things that need immediate attention. First, the heating system seems to be malfunctioning. With the weather getting colder, it's been quite uncomfortable. I've tried adjusting the thermostat, but it's not responding properly.
That's definitely concerning. We need to get that sorted as soon as possible. Have you noticed anything else?
Yes, actually. The kitchen sink has developed a leak. It's been dripping for a few days now, and I'm worried it might get worse and cause water damage.
I see. That's another priority issue. I'll arrange for a plumber to come by and take a look at both problems. Are you available on Wednesday afternoon for the repairs?
Wednesday works for me, but I just wanted to mention that there's also a problem with the bathroom faucet. It's making a strange noise whenever I turn it on, almost like it's struggling to supply water.
Thanks for letting me know about that, Jamie. I'll have the plumber check that as well. Would you prefer to be there when they come, or would you like me to give you an update afterward?
If possible, I'd prefer to be there. I'd like to understand what needs to be done and ensure everything is fixed properly.
That's a good idea. I'll schedule the plumber for Wednesday afternoon, and I'll let you know exactly when they'll arrive.
Perfect, thank you. Also, one more thing. The lease agreement mentions that repairs should be completed within a certain time frame. I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page regarding that.
Absolutely, Jamie. We always aim to have repairs done promptly. I'll keep you updated, and if anything changes, I'll reach out immediately. Thanks for your patience.
No problem, Mr. Reynolds. Thanks for taking care of this so quickly.
My pleasure. See you Wednesday?
What does the renter's request to be present indicate? Why is the landlord's promise to complete repairs promptly important? What can be inferred from the renter mentioning the lease agreement? What does the renter's list of issues suggest? What is implied by the faucet making a strange noise? What is the renter's attitude toward the repairs?
You will hear a news item once. It is about 1.5 minutes long. Then 5 questions will appear. Choose the best way to complete each statement from the drop-down menu.
Residents in the region were thrilled to witness an extraordinary event that has sparked curiosity and excitement throughout the community. A rare animal, the elusive and critically endangered eastern black-footed rock wallaby, made an unexpected appearance near the outskirts of the town, delighting wildlife enthusiasts and local naturalists. The sighting occurred early one morning as a group of hikers on a popular trail stumbled upon the animal in a secluded rocky crevice. With its distinctive dark fur, powerful hind legs, and keen eyes, the wallaby seemed to be exploring its environment before swiftly disappearing into the dense brush. This rare encounter is especially significant given that the eastern black-footed rock wallaby's population has dwindled dramatically over the past few decades due to habitat loss, predation, and environmental pressures. Conservation experts believe that the animal's appearance in this area may indicate a potential, albeit fragile, increase in its population or a possible shift in habitat as it seeks refuge from more disrupted environments. Wildlife officials have issued a public advisory urging residents to respect the animal's space and avoid any attempts to capture or approach it, emphasizing that the wallaby is highly sensitive to human presence. The sighting has also sparked conversations among local authorities about the need for enhanced conservation efforts and habitat protection measures to safeguard the species. Enthusiasts are hopeful that this rare occurrence will draw more attention to the importance of local conservation work and foster community engagement in preserving the natural environment. As the news spread, wildlife photographers and researchers are eagerly planning their visits to better understand the animal's behavior and distribution, highlighting this event as a reminder of the importance of preserving wildlife in our ever-changing landscape.
You will listen to a 2 minutes video. Then 8 questions appear. Choose the best way to answer each question.
Welcome everyone to today's roundtable. We've been tasked with covering a highly controversial topic, and I think the first thing we need to address is how to ensure we're staying true to our journalistic integrity. There's a fine line between reporting facts and giving in to sensationalism. What's your take, Lucas?
I think we need to approach it with caution. Sensationalizing a story can cause more harm than good, especially when emotions are already high. We should focus on the facts, checking every claim and providing evidence. But we also need to ensure that we're presenting all sides of the story, even if they're unpopular. Otherwise, we risk losing the trust of our audience.
I agree with you, Lucas. But I also think we have to acknowledge the power of context. Simply reporting facts isn't enough if we don't explain how they fit into the bigger picture. In this case, the controversy stems from a very complex issue, and we can't afford to oversimplify it just for the sake of balance. Sometimes the truth is uncomfortable, but we can't shy away from it.
That's an interesting point, Sarah. So, should we give equal weight to both sides, even if one side is based on misinformation or false claims?
Not necessarily. I think the idea of both sides can be misleading in some cases, especially when one side is founded on misinformation. But we still need to present those viewpoints, showing the audience where the claims come from and explaining why they might be problematic. It's our responsibility to help people see the facts behind the rhetoric.
Absolutely, and we also need to keep in mind that our role isn't just to inform, but to help people think critically. If we're giving a platform to voices that are spreading misinformation, we should be clear about the consequences of that. It's about striking a balance between transparency and accountability.
And that's where the editorial process comes in, right? We can't just report on a story without scrutiny. It requires fact-checking, multiple perspectives, and expert opinions. If we present these well, the audience will trust that we're not just trying to stir up controversy for clicks.
Exactly. Trust is the cornerstone of good journalism. The moment we compromise on that, we risk losing our credibility. At the end of the day, we're responsible for upholding the integrity of the profession, even when it's difficult.
It's a tough challenge, but it's what separates us from other forms of media. We're here to inform, educate, and hold the powerful accountable. If we lose sight of that, we're no better than anyone else spreading misinformation for the sake of profit.
Well said. I think it's clear that while covering a controversial topic, we must be diligent, transparent, and committed to the truth. It's not about making the story easy, it's about making sure it's accurate and fair. Thanks for your insights today.
You will hear a report once. It is about 3 minutes long. Then 6 questions will appear. Choose the best way to answer each question from the drop-down menu.
Animal testing has long been a topic of intense debate, drawing attention from scientists, ethicists, and the general public. This practice, primarily used for medical research, cosmetics, and safety testing, aims to advance scientific knowledge and ensure products are safe for human use. Proponents argue that animal testing has contributed significantly to medical breakthroughs, including life-saving vaccines, surgical techniques, and treatments for diseases such as diabetes and cancer. The research has paved the way for understanding complex biological systems and developing therapies that have improved human health. However, critics emphasize the ethical concerns surrounding animal welfare, questioning the morality of subjecting sentient beings to pain, suffering, and death for the sake of human benefit. Many advocate for alternatives that can minimize or replace animal testing, such as advanced computer models, in vitro testing, and organ-on-chip technology, which can replicate human responses more accurately and without animal involvement. The regulatory environment varies globally, with some countries enforcing stringent laws to protect animals, while others permit more extensive testing under less rigorous guidelines. Balancing the need for scientific progress with ethical responsibilities is crucial, as society must decide the appropriate use of animals in research while encouraging innovations that align with humane principles. The dialogue surrounding animal testing continues to evolve, driving legislative changes and spurring innovations that aim to eliminate the need for animal subjects altogether. As awareness grows, public opinion becomes an influential force, pressing for more transparent practices and the exploration of alternatives that reduce the use of animals, uphold their welfare, and still meet scientific standards. The future of animal testing lies at the intersection of science, ethics, and technology, where collaboration and advocacy are key to finding sustainable solutions.